I've recently decided to add some more video surveillance around my property, and I figured I'd give this little guy a try. Now, they were crowdfunded. Wuuk, I guess is their name, W-U-U-K. They were a crowdfunded platform, and the reviews have been really good online. So I'm going to go ahead and install this puppy, and let's take a look, and I'll show you guys kind of a comparison over a popular video doorbell, the Nest, and we'll kind of see what we think. Installation is going to be pretty easy for this puppy. We do need to supply a wired connection. I'm told that this is going to be changing in the near future. This is actually going to be wireless enabled as well. This may already be the case, but for now we're going to hardwire the Ethernet and put in a power connection in the back here as well. Both cables are supplied with the device, so I'll go ahead and hook that up, and also get myself the app for the phone, and we'll see how easy that is. Alright, I've got the app installed on my phone, and it looks like it's ready to pair up the device, so let's hook up the Wuuk and with the power and the Ethernet and see kind of how that pairs up. Alright, so far so good. That took, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, and the little blue light on the front turned green. So we'll see if we can connect it up now with the app. Alright, there's a button on the back of the puppy here. Push and hold for 3 seconds, and we're waiting for a red light here. So let's get that red light. Alright, we definitely have a red light.
Pairing successful.
Apparently that is successful. Looks like it's got some guidelines here for where to place this thing for the best positioning. 20 inches away from the router. Well, that's good. We are a couple of feet away from the wall. It's not quite that. At a higher height from the ground. Yeah, unfortunately, this may be something I need to look into for my house. Right now it's in the lower floor. Alright, I'm getting ready to go outside and put on the base plate. What's really nice about this is it's actually got a adhesive back, so I can measure where I want this thing, stick it on, and then it's got 4 mounting screws. So I'm going to go ahead and put that thing up. Alright, now that the mounting plate is installed in both of the back door locations, I got the camera ready here to pair up, and so let's go through pairing that thing up, and we'll mount it on the base plate and kind of see what we got. I do see there's a firmware update available, so I'm going to go ahead and get that firmware update installed.
System updating.
Alright, let's go ahead and add that doorbell. It says we got the Smart Doorbell Pro.
Hello, Wuuk. Pairing successful.
As you can see, the install pairing was pretty dang easy, so hopefully it works this well all the time. It already queued up some motion sensor activity video that it recorded to the device. So I'm pretty happy about it. If it's going to all work this smooth, this is going to be an awesome little device. Now it's time for me to take and hook the other one up and get that one onto the other rear location. Recently, we needed a little bit of additional security. We've got a teenage son who's starting to sneak out and sneak people into the house, so we had to up some security. Now, unfortunately, this is something that we definitely didn't want to do, but we do need to keep our child safe, so we're going to do what we can from our end. There's a lot of different products on the market for home security. We decided to go with Wuuk. Now, there's a couple of reasons we chose Wuuk. It gets great product reviews. It looks like it's super easy, or it looked like it was super easy to work with, and the data for the videos are held locally. Now this is the big deal for us because we don't want to pay any additional monthly fees or subscriptions, and having the device keep track of the files locally and have them all downloadable via a device is a super big deal for me. We already had one camera in the front of our house before, which was a Nest doorbell, and we changed that to the Wuuk as well, just to have them all the same on the same platform. Now, I've only had this device up and running here for a couple of days, and already I'm very impressed. The night vision is clearly better than the Nest, so that's already a good thing, and the video quality and it picking up motion has been flawless. It's been nailing everything so far. It does separate the activity of motion between humans and just motion in general, and everything ends up being saved that you can review. The app is super easy to use. Any one of the instances or occurrences of motion, you can quickly just click on the app, click on the video, and it starts to play immediately. If there's something on there of sensitive nature that you need to record for local law enforcement, you just click on the little download button. Might be tough to see here. There you go. Click on the little download button and you can immediately save that, and you can email it or send it out to local law enforcement or whatever you need to do. The audio quality of the recordings, all of them have microphones. They've all been really good. I'm very impressed. It's very easy to hear what's happening in the recording, so that's great. But the only downside is, and I found this the same with the Nest as well, is there is quite audible wind noise that does show up as well. So something to kind of be mindful of. Now, all of the Wuuk devices, they're all battery operated devices. You can, with the doorbell, they do have the option to do a 2-wire install on your standard 24 volt, I think it's DC. It's just your standard doorbell wiring. So if you do have the wires already there, you can hook them up. The devices, they claim, if you don't hook them up, the battery life is supposed to be somewhere around 3 months, I think is what they claim. And kind of looking at where our devices are already now, it looks like they're losing about 1% a day. So that definitely holds true. The devices that get more motion and do more recording, as you can see here, my back doorbell, this is the one where we always let the dog out. So that one's definitely down already on battery life more than the remainder of them. But some of them on here, like the front two, they've been up for 3 or 4 days already, and they're still at 100%. So I'm thinking right now it looks like the battery life's going to be a win. If it also does change and it battery life looks like it's going to be terrible, I will post back here. I'm also curious how the battery life is going to do in the winter season. It gets very cold where I live here, frequently down to minus 40 for at least a week or so. So we'll post back with how the battery life does there. Devices and the stuff in the box, super easy to work with. The installation is a snap. It includes all the hardware that you need. I put double-sided tape on the cameras or on the camera mounting, and that's just to give it a little bit more of a tame vibration, maybe is a good way to say it. So I did do that to the cameras that I mounted outside as well. They do come on a nice removable swivel, so they're super easy to move and kind of point them wherever you want. It's easy with a live view on the app. You can point the cameras wherever you need to set them up. One of the big things initially when I bought this thing, I was expecting it to have to stay wired. I heard some talk about the wireless option being available. That is now the case. They do, with the latest firmware update, you can make it wireless and you don't have to wire it into your local area network, so that's kind of nice. Other people might ask, what is the range of the little home hub? Well, mine is sitting in the basement and my farthest camera is across the house on the far side, and I've had no connectivity issues so far. The base will do up to 8 cameras or 8 devices, one base, and there's no limits to the amount of bases that you can buy. Cost of the unit is, I think it's very fair. It's priced very fairly for what you get. Setup is super easy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. If there's any other questions that you guys have about the Wuuk or you've been considering the Wuuk, right now, 3 days in, very happy with the install. That's usually the worst part of any new device, is just getting the thing working. And that was really, it was honestly extremely easy. Me and my wife were both very impressed at how easily everything just set up and worked right away, and now it's been reliable. So that's good. Hopefully it'll continue on that way. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review on the Wuuk. As time goes by and I get a little bit more of a chance to kind of feel the device out and see how it goes, I will post another review back and just kind of let you guys know where it's at. If at any point in time I don't think that this is the right device to buy for kind of some home video surveillance, I will put I will make a comment about that on the video, or I will take this video down or take the recommend down, because I don't want people to waste money on this stuff. It ended up for the 3 doorbell cameras, the 2 exterior cameras, and the base cost me about $1,000 bucks. So that's a pretty substantial chunk of money to invest in something that's not going to be working well. So anyway, I'll keep it updated. We'll keep you guys in the loop. Oh, I almost forgot. There are no monthly fees or subscriptions or anything that you need to get to make this device work. Files are all stored locally, so that is a huge plus, and that's the biggest reason why we decided to change from the Nest to this device.